What's up, YouTube? Have you ever felt like you were losing yourself? Have you ever felt weak mentally, physically, spiritually, like life was just trying to break you down? Looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself? Well, that happened to me, and I'm gonna show you how I got out of it, how I got out of this hard time. I'm gonna show you exactly how I built myself into a beast and a warrior. I built my body back up and develop an unbreakable mindset, and how I trained, how I ate, everything, how I felt. I'm gonna show you the steps it took, and I hope you learn from this. Let's go. What's up, everyone? I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. I'm gonna show you step by step how I rebuilt myself like a warrior in 90 days after losing everything through pain, ruthless discipline, relentless training, and dialed in nutrition. I'm gonna show you A to Z the step it took me to get there. Let's go. So how I did it, went from skinny to beast before, all natural and all discipline. So about 2013 or so, I started taking the gym seriously. I learned about nutrition, gained a lot of muscle in a short amount of time. I went from 170 pounds to about 230 pounds, and I did that for about 3 years. I was consistent at the gym, eating my meals, taking it very serious. It gave me a lot of confidence, growing back then, growing the muscle I wanted, and it felt good. But then in 2016, I fell off. I stopped hitting the gym. I kind of got depressed with life. I was also working a lot. So I fell off, lost my size, my focus, my confidence, and myself. I stopped eating, I stopped training, I was back to eating like a meal a day like I used to in high school, and I literally lost all the way back. And after that, I got caught up in doing drugs and bad habits, and that spiraled hard. And it just put me in a really bad situation, and I was just lost and high, looking for the next high. My confidence really took a hit, and it was really hard at the time to know that I used to have muscle and be big and feel powerful, but now I felt weak, and it just sucked, to be honest. I felt like shit at the time. So I was also making music. You guys might not know, but I was making music. I'm a rapper, and I still make music. So in that lifestyle, I was just doing drugs a lot, which led me down the wrong path. So I started over like my life depended on it, because it did. So I had a wake up call. I hit a breaking point, and I knew I had to change and get it all back and come back even stronger and harder. So after I started over, I was back to eating 5 to 6 real meals daily, locked in, no excuses. Every day I was getting in my meals, trying to get back the muscles I lost. I was training high volume hypertrophy training. Every rep had a purpose, so it was very dialed in training. All my experience that I've learned previously, I used that to build my body back, and that way of training and eating always worked for me, still does. And I didn't just rebuild muscle, I rebuilt my identity, my mindset, and a warrior code. So I was back stronger, better than ever. As you can see in the pictures, the two top pictures, I'm skinny and I'm drinking, getting high all the time, looking lost. And at the bottom here, I built myself back up. The picture on the right, this is after a few months of me getting back at it. And the left one is a bit more recent. So who this video is for, this is for you if you're tired of spinning your wheels and want real muscle growth. You keep starting and stopping, and you're done with that cycle. You've been training, but you're not seeing real signs of change. You're ready to track your meals, train with purpose, and follow a real system. You're coachable, hungry, and done playing small. You want a permanent lifestyle, not just a temporary phase. If this sounds like you, then this is for you. Who this is not for you. If you're looking for an easy way out instead of putting in the work, you want a quick fix, shortcut, or magic pill, you're not willing to train hard and stay consistent, you're not ready to take responsibility for your own progress, you don't care about discipline, mindset, or becoming your best self, you're not willing to change your habits or mindset. If this sounds like you, then you can just click out this video right now. This won't help you. This will do nothing for you. This is for the people that want to put in the work and want to change. Alright, let's get into it. Now here's the truth. Most people have no clue what's possible naturally. Everyone thinks you can only build a certain amount of muscle naturally, but I proved that wrong twice. The truth is, most people just don't have the right system, routine, or discipline. So I remember when I first started training, I would look up at the natural bodies that I would see on the internet, try to find what the limit is, and honestly, it was really underwhelming. I used to look up what's a possible natural arm size, the limit, and it would just say 16 to 18 inches. And I kind of believed it at the time, but I always believed I could achieve more. I always believed that I could do better than average and wanted exceptional results. So I chose to believe that I could attain the physiques that I would see on bodybuilders. I chose to believe that I could get over 20-inch arms, and I'm currently 20-inch arms pumped right now at this point in my life. So I've achieved it, and I know very well that it's possible, and I believe that even more than that is possible. So if you're not basically hitting the right taking the right steps, you're not hitting your macros, you're not recovering right, you're not training right, you will never know your genetic potential. First, you got to get all that right first in order to know what's really possible or not. I see a lot of people on the internet, on Instagram, who basically they'll see a nice body, someone with big muscles, and they'll just assume it's steroids, but that's not always the case. And I usually look at their profile, and it's just some skinny guy talking who looks like he hasn't even lifted for more than 3 months or a year. So it just don't listen to these people. Make sure you put in the work, do the right things correctly, stay on point, and I'm sure you'll blow your mind on how much you can actually achieve naturally with your body. So your body will grow if you train with precision, track like a pro, and eat for muscle, not comfort. Your progress didn't stop because of genetics, it stopped because your plan was weak. Once you have a good plan, a great blueprint, there's no way you will fail, and you will continue to make progress as a natural lifter. So many people limit themselves by their beliefs, and that's horrible. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let that happen to you. You don't need drugs, you need a blueprint. For a real transformation to happen, you need a real shift in what you believe is possible. When you have vision, structure, accountability, and a system that works, becoming your best self isn't just possible, it's inevitable. So right now you see here on the left, I was skinny, looking weak, frail. This is after I lost it all. I got depressed and I look like I'm struggling. Look, you can look at my eyes and you can see that I was lost. I was really going through it, felt weak, felt like shit. And on the right here, You can see how I got way bigger. I was back at it in a few months' time. I went from skinny to beast real quick. I bounced back up real quick due to the muscle memory, but mostly to the knowledge I've acquired over the years. The experience I previously had really helped me build my body back up. And you can see on the right, I look way more dangerous. I look like a warrior, and I'm ready to go. You can see it in my eyes. You can see the difference in the body in these two pictures, and it's a world of difference. All right. So if you want to be that person, build different, discipline, undeniable, I'll show you exactly how. Number one, how to build muscle naturally using my training style, whole foods, and proven strategies that deliver results. Number two, how to create real structure so you stop second guessing yourself. Every rep, every meal, every day is locked in and calculated. Number three, how to make this a lifestyle, not a phase. You'll learn how to stay consistent while still enjoying the process. Number four, how to stay mentally unbreakable so when life punches you in the mouth, you don't fold, you train harder. That's what it takes to be a warrior. Life gets hard, you gotta fight back harder, you gotta be harder than life. Next slide. And in case you don't know me, here's a brief story of how I got here. 2013, I was skinny and had no clue. And I would just hit the gym randomly, on and off. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew nothing about nutrition. And so I remember joining the gym, and the gym owner at the time was a bodybuilder. I basically went up to him and asked him if I should start taking creatine, not even knowing anything about nutrition or training, but I'm asking about supplements, which was honestly a stupid question now that I look back on it. But like they said, no question is stupid because I learned from it. So after that, I asked him about creatine. He said, well, first tell me, what are you eating? What's your diet look like? What did you eat before the gym today? And I honestly looked at him and said nothing. It was 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was at the gym on an empty stomach, knowing shit all about nutrition. And he looked at me like he was confused, and because I just showed up without eating. And honestly, that moment changed everything for me because the look he gave me, I felt like he was looking at me like I was dumb for that. So I literally made a mission to learn about nutrition. And I went home that day, started researching, and I kept researching for years about nutrition. For the first 3 years, I was all in. So I went all in for 3 years, 6 meals a day, high volume training, and grew from 170 pounds to 240 pounds naturally in 3 years. So I was going all in at the time. I love bodybuilding. I love going to the gym, took it serious, grew all this muscle. And then in 2016, I fell off. Life hit hard. I stopped training, got hooked on pills and lean, and dropped to 180 pounds. So I lost all the muscles that I had from stopping training and stopped eating correctly. And I got into drugs. As you can see in the pictures here, you see the lean cup and the blunt. That's my own picture I took on Snapchat. And you can see the two pictures at the top on the side. I look skinny, I look lost, confused, I look high as fuck. I remember being depressed. I was mad at the world at the time, and I honestly felt so lost at this point in my life. I just wanted a way out. I wanted to basically feel powerful again, confident again, and get my power back. I was always ambitious since I was younger, Even during those times that I was down, I had some ambition in my heart and I had to bring it out. I had to bring out my ambition and bring the warrior within myself out in the world. So I started to build myself back up. 2020, I hit a breaking point, started over in my parents' basement with rusty weights, trained and ate like before, no excuses. So 2020 started for a year. I was back at it in my parents' basement, and I remember fighting through so much at the time, mental battles, life problems, and I used that pain, I used that anger, and I built my body back up. I remember I was basically lost friends. I had nobody. I was by myself trying to build my life back up. Nobody clapped for me. It was just all me in that basement, only me in the darkness with nobody to clap, nobody to see me build myself back up. But I did it. I stuck to it, and in a short amount of time, in about 90 days or so, I gained back a lot of muscle. And as you can see, the picture on the right, the bottom right, all the way, that's after a few months of starting training again. I got back to it. I started gaining muscles and I started getting my power back. So it's now 2025 and I'm not just back, I'm better, bigger, stronger, and sharper than ever. My body is rebuilt, my mindset is bulletproof. I've done what most can't, built it all from nothing twice and came back even harder. I built this shit back up from nothing and came back harder like a warrior. And I felt so powerful. It felt so great. And I don't regret basically all the work that it took, all the pain it took. I used that and it helped. I used it as fuel and I pushed forward and grew myself back up. So I've created a system called the Brolic Muscle System. It's what I've learned throughout the years, and I packaged it all up into a 90-day system. And it's not a copy paste plan. It's a method I built through my own trial and error from being clueless at 170 pounds to eating 6 meals a day and packing on 70 pounds of muscle naturally to falling off and losing it all, and then rebuilding myself from the ground up. Every piece of the system was forged through real life struggle, sacrifice, and relentless self education. This isn't theory, it's what actually works. It's the blueprint I wish I had when I started, and it's now yours for free. In the following steps, I'll outline the entire process, A to Z, of what I did to accomplish these results so you too can use my brolic muscle method to build muscle efficiently without steroids while still eating foods you enjoy. So what's the brolic muscle method? It comprises of three pillars, the three pillars that will lead to a crazy body and mind transformation. This is my creation built to help you. So pillar one, advanced hypertrophy training structure. Pillar 2, real world eating for real gains. Pillar 3, bulletproof mindset and living the warrior code. So let's dive in that. I'm going to show you guys step by step. Let me show you the exact strategy I followed to finally build the body I always wanted naturally and with a mindset that can't be broken. So pillar 1, let's do this. Advanced hypertrophy training structure. High volume precision training. So what that is focused on volume. This is the way I've trained all these years and I'm using this style of training and it works for me. Its style of training is good for longevity. It will save your joints and keep you building muscle all throughout. So high volume precision training is 15 to 20 sets per body part. A lot of people believe that's overtraining, but trust me, I've done this. It works. And if you try, it will work. As long as you're recovering and eating properly, you will recover and won't be overtraining. I believe that's a myth. So 15 to 20 sets per body part, 8 to 12 reps per set, up to 15 for legs. So sometimes I do go up to about 6 reps, 5 reps, only once in a while when I feel like testing my strength. But usually I try to stick to 8 to 12 reps. That's the way I train. So build on mind to muscle connection, form, and time under tension. Chasing the pump, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, more muscle size. So a lot of people don't believe in chasing the pump, but it works. There's a reason why pro bodybuilders chase the pump and they get so massive because you're pushing the nutrients in the blood, and you're pushing the blood in the muscle. It will cause a lot of growth, and that shit works. I've done it. I still do it to this day. That's the way I love to train, is chasing that pump. And like Arnold said before, Arnold Schwarzenegger said, chasing the pump feels like coming. And he loves it, and he feels like he's coming at home and at the gym, and it's the best feeling. So don't count that out. Chasing the pump is very important. No heavy weights, ego lifting needed, just smart intensity. So this style of training is not focused on the weight on the bar. We're more focused about the form, mind to muscle connection, time under tension, which you really don't need a whole lot of weight. And I was never the strongest guy in the gym, but I've just lifted my own weight, and it worked great for me. And that's the best way to grow for hypertrophy. It's not about the weight; it's about the way you do it. So efficient sessions, 45 minutes to an hour. Even though I do high volume, my workouts are always 45 minutes to an hour. I just take like about a minute break in between, and I'm right back at it, and I can get it done really quick. And so this style of training is made to build muscle, not just break a sweat. This is the exact training method I use to rebuild my body twice naturally. Number two, real world eating for real gains. These are structured meals designed to maximize muscle growth. As you can see here, I have a few of the meals I would be eating. So I usually would eat high carb, moderate protein for bulk, and that's how I've bulked up over the years. I bulked for a long time, for months on end, to pack on that mass that I wanted, and the high carb diet with moderate protein is what worked best for me, and I believe is the best way to grow muscle during a bulk. And then a moderate low carb high protein meal plan for cutting. So that's the way I like to cut. I also like to carb cycle, so some day will be moderate, some day will be low, and that's the best way I found to cut for me. So no fad diets, just purpose-driven eating that fuels results. Learn how to track the smart way without obsession, built to keep you full, anabolic, and consistently growing. You're not dieting, you're feeding the muscle you're building. That's how you gotta think about it. And as you can see here, it's mostly clean foods. And yes, I get to eat pasta. And yes, I get to eat fast food. I have about one cheat meal a week, and when I'm bulking, sometimes two cheat meals a week. As long as you're keeping your diet 80% clean, 20% junk food, or 90% uh, and 10 90 and 10 90 clean, 10 dirty. That's an amazing diet. Okay, pillar three. Let me plug in my laptop real quick. Unplug the charger. Okay, pillar 3, bulletproof mindset and living the warrior code. So you really to do this the right way. Without the mindset, I could not do all the shit that I did. I could not build the muscle I built twice. I lost it, came back harder. Without the mindset, this would not be possible. So you gotta rewire your identity to match your next level physique. That's what it took from me. I had to embody the warrior code. And so I had to strengthen my mind with knowledge, daily reading, self development, and reflection. Lock in your vision, see the highest version of yourself, and refuse to settle for less. Build unshakable discipline through daily pressure and non negotiable routines. No falling off. This isn't temporary, it becomes who you are. Create systems and habits that make consistency automatic. This isn't just a phase, this is your lifestyle, your standard, your identity. So, as you can see here, I have some books. I love to read. I have way more books than this. This is just a small pile of them. And I keep my mind sharp. I keep learning all the time. I love to learn. And that keeps my mind sharp and keeps me thinking the right things with a positive mindset and all that. And so I got the Bible. I'm a strong believer in God. I see myself as a warrior of God. And I don't know if y'all know the song with Tupac and DMX, Warrior of God. I literally would listen to that while rebuilding my body in the basement, and that gave me a lot of power. I feel like I have so much faith in God, and I feel like He built me back up. And so it's important to have some faith, I believe, but that's me. If that's not you, that's fine. Also, you can believe what you want. I'm not here to change that. So basically, I already said it all on this slide. So the mindset is everything. Have a bulletproof mindset that can be broken. Rewire your identity. That's the main thing. If you can take anything away from this video today, is take that with you. Keep a warrior spirit. Okay, now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're tired of being stuck in a body that doesn't reflect your true potential, you're skinny fat, lost all your size, or just felt weak and defeated, I've been there. If you're dealing with brain fog, low drive, or can't stay consistent, been there, sick of watching others build muscle while you stay the same. Been there also. And if you're ready, like me, to pack on real muscle naturally without the BS, train like a savage with a strategic plan built for your body, rebuild your confidence and discipline from the inside out, finally look in the mirror and feel proud of what you see, then you should let me coach you, and I guarantee I will make you a stronger person and make you achieve the best version of yourself. I will be there to guide you along the way, help you build that warrior mindset, and build your body back up with dialed in nutrition and training. I'll help you build your body and your mindset in the next 90 days, or I'll refund you. So, this is a guarantee. I believe so much in what I'm doing that I will refund you if you're not satisfied with the results, but I know that you will be. So if you're interested, hit me up and we can talk about it. I'll keep my Instagram link in here so you can message me on Instagram, and we'll see what we can do, and I'll see if we're a good fit. And I really hope you make the right choice and decide today to achieve your potential, grow your body the way you want to, and have an unbreakable mindset. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate the support. Thanks for if you watched this all the way through. I appreciate you.